Yep, changed the part in my hair, honey. Do you know exactly how many people have noticed?
Honestly, I didn't notice when you walked in the other day. You had to tell me. I noticed there's something was different, but I couldn't tell what it was.
You know who noticed the part in my hair? The only person that's noticed and commented on me changing the part in my hair, which is a huge deal for a woman.
Part-time Justin.
No.
Boss Man George.
No.
Big Al.
No.
You
gonna keep going, or let me just blow it?
Just blow it.
Russ Face.
Wow.
That
some bitch doesn't notice anything.
Russ Face. Yeah. Well, apparently he notices a lot from the Kid Craddock morning show. A little behind the scenes. Yeah, he noticed. So changed the part of my hair. I don't know how I feel about it because my face is lopsided. If you're watching on the YouTube channel as we record this live, you can check it out for yourself and see how you feel about it. But my face is lopsided, and I'm not sure if this is the right part for me, but we're going to go with it for a minute.
I like it. I think it looks very nice.
You know, when you leave the salon and the salon people do your hair, ladies, you may notice when they blow it dry, it's so flat, for me at least. But I let it go for a couple days because it's clean. I don't want to do it. So the next time, I probably shampoo my hair either tonight or tomorrow, and then start styling it on my own, and then we'll see how I feel about it. But right now, we're going with let's see. I was right to left. Now I'm left to right. Wait, is that right? Where am I? I was left to right. Now I'm right to left.
Would Jose Hebert approve?
I don't know. But I've heard it's important to give your part a rest every once in a while so you don't go balding there.
Your hair's like cement.
That's what he told you.
That's what he told me. And I'm not trying to make this about me, but notice anything different about my hair?
It's a little fluffier.
It's getting a little longer. Getting long, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's getting long.
Yeah. I'm very hair conscious on this podcast.
I'm growing it out, babe.
To what end? What's the goal? What's the end game?
I think I've reached a point in my life where I kind of don't care as much anymore about my hair. So I'm just letting it grow.
This isn't COVID, Alan, is it? It's not going like that.
No, because that was just ungroomed. I think I'm trying to get to a place. I'm just not sure what that place is. I think it's like, remember Christian Bale in the original Batmans?
I didn't watch that.
He had nice hair in those. I'm going for that.
Was it longer?
It was longer. I'm going for that.
For me, I envision you're moving into like a Kenny Rogers / Steve from Stranger Things. I'm doing
Steve
like
from
/
Stranger Things. Yeah.
Joe Keery is his real name. My daughter's obsessed.
He's got big hair.
He's got big hair. You're heading down that direction.
I didn't hit record on that, but I guess it doesn't matter. Or does it?
Hit it now just to be on the safe side, and we'll just do a fake restart for everybody.
No, I think it does.
What?
I think it does matter.
It starts the whole thing over?
I think. I don't know. No, because see, it's given us input there.
Alan!
When we talk. Okay, watch. Stop talking.
What happens?
See, that light means that it's recording.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and just hit this just in case.
Just be on the safe side. Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Love It. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans with my husband and podcast co-host, Alan.
Hey, Trade in the house.
We're just going to pretend like the first half of the show didn't happen, just in case that's a problem. But listen, I have an emergency announcement.
Oh.
This is a big deal.
Hold on.
What? Did y'all?
Oh, yay. Oh, yay.
Did y'all see that Britney Spears got arrested last night?
Did she really?
Yeah, DUI.
Oh.
She got popped in Ventura County, California. And now, as of this is what we know as of recording this podcast on Thursday afternoon, March the 5th. But on Wednesday night, about 9:30 in Ventura County, California, Britney Spears pulled over. I don't know if they saw her weaving, speeding. I don't know. All we know, TMZ says, is she was pulled over, arrested for DUI. She was taken in, booked, and released at 6:00 this morning. And I just checked TMZ before we started recording to see if there was any updates on it. And since then, because we found out about it roughly about 8:30, 9:00 this morning Central Time, they also found some sort of substance in her car that they are testing. And if that's something bad, she could be charged with way worse than DUI. But I mean, how many substances can you find that need to be tested? Right?
Quite a few.
But I'm like, okay, I could eat white cheddar popcorn, and that has a lot of white cheddar dust.
Stop talking.
And they could test that dust and say, that's just white cheddar cheese dust. Or it could be some other type of substance that needed to be tested. I'll tell you, Rustface, a second Rustface mention of the podcast came bursting into the Kid Craddock Morning Studios this morning.
Nationally
and said,
syndicated.
Did you see the latest on Brit? Did you see what happened to Britney Spears? And I'll be honest, the first thought I had was dark. I was afraid that he was going to say,
or you thought she was a goner.
That's when he said that, when he burst in the room like that. That's the first thought I had. So is it bad to be somewhat relieved that it was, I say this in quotations, only a DUI arrest, which is horrible, but that she's alive? So that was my first thought. So I don't know. We'll probably, by the time this podcast hits the distributor or whatever, whoever does that, that's beyond
the distributor.
That's beyond my expertise. I'm just the talent, as I always remind everybody. I'm just the talent.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll know more. But poor Britney, man, my heart just breaks for her.
I know her social media is always a little strange, but man,
Very frantic.
I saw one the other day, and I'm like, she just doesn't look well. She doesn't look well.
I know, it's bad. It's bad. So that's my late breaking news for those of you who keep up with, pop culture and things of that nature.
Well, we got a lot of news on this podcast, babe. That's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. It's sad, but it's good stuff. People want to know.
I want to
People want to know. Just quick update. I know we mentioned hats on the last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
First shipment is out.
We still have some left.
Still have a few left, but I got those shipped out.
You were Johnny on the spot, as they say.
So if you ordered a hat, it's on the way. It's in the mail. Now, if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, go to www.
Not necessary to say that.
Oh,
anymore.
okay. Go to kellyanallen.com/shop.
Yeah. After we did the last podcast, Alan realized we still have the shop set up on kellyanallen.com.
Forgot I had a shopping cart.
Forgot.
I just had everybody emailing me. I was just going to give out my Venmo, and I'm like, just go there. You can order there.
You have to know how to spell Kelly and Allen.
KELLIE.
And
ALLEN.com/shop. Promo code. Oh, there's no promo code. No promo code. Flat $5 shipping, which I think is reasonable.
Look, it's reasonable because, as Alan told me, it's costing us $6 to ship them each.
No, more than that.
And he had to order boxes.
Yes.
So we're already in the hole just to ship these out. I know a lot of people
this isn't a money making.
We're not
operation.
trying to make money. We're literally just trying to clear out some things that we have.
Yes. Okay. So that's the update on hats. Another clothing related story that I wanted to get into.
Okay.
Kelly knows all about this. This was.
I'm just going to sit back and listen.
Well, I'd like you to chime in. I'd like you to.
All right. I'll interject.
Add color where you can. And also stick around, good, strong, dear, sweet, clean podcast listener, because on this podcast, in addition to this story about clothing I'm about to share, Kelly and I will also share a clapback. We've got that coming.
Kelly and I will? Do I know about it?
Well, I will share it. And so Kelly's clapback is back in a big way. It's been a while, but we'll get into that. And also, A-Train, your favorite podcaster, A-Train, was part of a BOTA match. It's been a while there too. It's been a while since I've been in a BOTA match. So I will describe what happened to me. And this was on the family text, remember?
I was an observer, not a commenter on the family text. I've learned.
So if we can get to it, those are all the things I want to get to.
Well, you better get started.
Okay.
That sounds like a long podcast.
Okay. Our friend, Bad Influence Jeff, he is doing a lot of closet cleaning, purging, because Jeff has been working hard and he's lost a lot of weight, a tremendous amount of weight. So one thing about Jeff, my friend Jeff, our friend Jeff, and I think we've touched on this a little bit over the years. Jeff dresses really nice. He is a nice dresser. He's a dapper.
They call them clothes horses.
Yes,
the clothes horse.
He's very dapper. My friend.
I don't know
Jeff.
why they call them clothes horses.
I don't know. I'm
but
not sure. Jeff likes clothes.
I think in my undegreed, psychology degree, which I do not have a degree in, therefore I am undegreed, that Jeff is addicted to shopping.
You think
That's
so?
my opinion. He likes to shop.
The thrill?
He likes the thrill of the purchase. That's just me.
Well, I kind of get it. I'm not a huge shopper, but I like to look at clothes too.
There's something about buying something new. It's exciting. I get it. I get it's a little high. I tried to explain that to my daughter who always has to buy the new thing. I said, look, I get it. There's a thrill in shopping. But then, somebody's got to pay for it. And Emma Kelly's not paying for it. So
I go back to when Jeff and I went to the Grammys time in 2020. And in our time there was a Barney's
going out of business
in Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Dime, and it was going out of business. Exactly.
Right.
So they were having this 90% off sale. They were giving stuff away basically, but still it was expensive.
Still kind of expensive. Yeah. When you got $1,000 t-shirt, 90% off, it's still expensive.
Yeah. So this was my first kind of exposure to Jeff in
his element.
Yeah. Babe, this was a 6 or 7 story building. Huge floors. Think of a Macy's, but bigger, 7 stories. I like to look around, but man, after 4 or 5 hours, I was done.
Meet you back at the hotel.
And he was still, no, man, there is stuff to be found here.
Yeah.
There is stuff to be found. And we did find some good deals, but I don't
remember what you got. Did you get anything?
I got a freaking Armani, like, light jacket, and not like Armani Exchange, like Armani. This thing I think it was like $2,500 when it was retail.
Yeah.
I think I got it for like, I don't know, $250 or something. It was crazy. And
I still wear
pricey. And I still wear it. I still wear it.
Got it.
Okay, back to Jeff. So Jeff has lost a lot of weight. He's got a closet full of clothes. So I went over to his house.
He doesn't have a closet full of clothes.
He's got rooms.
He's got rooms full of clothes.
Rooms. So I went over to help Jeff this weekend sort through his stuff and get it organized, because what he wants to do, he wants to sell some, he's going to donate some, and he kicked A-Train some too.
Alan came home with a bag full of shirts,
a
trash pants,
a trash bag full.
You're wearing some of your Jeff pants now.
Wearing Jeff pants now. So so those were the kind of the 3 piles we organized the stuff into. Babe, and as Kelly knows, I was over there all day doing this. Trash bags full. A room that's a 12 by 12 room full, the entire floor full of clothing. Why do I tell you this?
Why?
Good, strong, dear, sweet, clean listener.
Because I've already heard it.
Because here is the offer that Jeff has proposed, and we were talking about this. Now, when I say these are nice clothes, we're talking high-end stuff. Like,
there's some medium ends. I mean, there's all sorts of price ranges.
But Jeff
stuff you'd find at Dillard's, stuff you'd find at Barney's, and everything in between.
Right. Not that there's anything wrong with Wally World or Target.
That's not his jam.
Jeff doesn't shop there. He shops at Dillard's at the low end, Nordstrom, and then up and up and up and up and up and up.
Right.
He's got a closet full of Gucci shirts.
Right.
Full of Louis Vuitton shirts. I mean, I'm talking
Christian Louboutin shoes.
Christian Louboutin, whatever that is.
All the red bottoms.
He's got it. Tom Ford, Armani.
We get it.
Okay. All the good brands. Here's what Jeff wanted me to do on this podcast. He wants me to give you his cell phone number.
This is crazy.
Because we were talking about this, and he's like, I am just going to I'm going to put this on Facebook Marketplace and just have people come over and rummage through my. And I was like, you want people coming to your house and rummaging? He's like, no, I don't care. He's like, I've done this before. He's like, I only want I want pennies on the dollar of what I paid for this stuff. He just wants a little bit. He doesn't want like even half of what he paid for it.
Right.
So I'm telling you, if you want an in for your guy, or if you're a guy and you are about 5'10" and wear large or extra large tops, if your waist is like 36 to 38 and your inseam is like 30 to 32, those are the ranges of trash bags full of designer stuff that he's given away.
Does he need to use my clothing racks to display this stuff?
I asked him about that. I said, I can bring you some clothing racks because how are people going to go
Because
through
I have them
this?
for my swap parties.
Right.
Not that I just keep clothing racks for no reason.
He said he has clothing racks.
He does. Well, does he need a couple more? We have them.
I don't
Because
know.
he can't be selling stuff out of trash bags.
So here is Jeff's cell phone number.
Tell him, make him email you for it. Right? The people
He
are
wanted
serious.
me to do this.
Well,
maybe, okay.
It's
that's
an
fine.
extra step, you know?
It's an extra step.
And that way people who are really serious and not just want to harass bad influence Jeff.
Okay. Jeff was cool with this because he thought, well, I mean, since y'all are friends of mine and you have friends that listen to your podcast,
Well,
I'd be more comfortable talking to those people than I would just anybody on Facebook Marketplace. You
Whatever
see what I'm
you
saying?
think. If you want to give it out, do it. But I personally think you should have people email you for the phone number.
Email me at podcast@kellyandallen.com. And if you're interested in talking to Jeff about these clothes, I'll give you his cell phone number.
Yeah.
How's that?
That sounds good.
Okay.
And then there might be people who are listening. I know we have listeners in, I don't know, Montana. And maybe he could take some snap. If people like, what do you have? I'm looking for this.
Oh, he said he'd do it virtually.
Interested. Yeah. I'm interested in your Christian Louboutin.
Yeah.
And then maybe he can send pictures and they can, you can still mail it to them. Maybe they could work something out like that. You don't have to be in the immediate Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area.
Jeff wears size 10 shoes.
Oh, that's why you couldn't get any of his shoes.
Nah, I couldn't get any of the shoes.
Dang it.
I wear size 12s.
Sometimes an 11 and a half. More often an 11 and a half. Let's just be honest.
When it's cold. So yeah, that was fun. We went through all his stuff. I got some really nice stuff, but he's got some really great stuff to sell. And like I said, Jeff is very reasonable. He's not looking to screw anybody. He's just wanted to get a little money back. And one thing I didn't mention, a lot of this stuff still has the tags on it.
I know.
That's why, I think Jeff has a little bit of a shopping problem.
I've already non-professionally analyzed him.
Because he's got all kinds of stuff that is still on the hanger with the tag on it.
I know.
It's crazy.
I know.
So anyway.
It is crazy.
Okay, that's that. You want to tell everybody, and this will segue into my clapback. Tell everybody what we did the other night that was kind of a surprise.
Oh, Alan took me on a surprise date. He wouldn't tell me where it was. And I just said, well, how do I dress for it? And he said, like we're going to a nice steakhouse, something like that. And I was convinced, he said, it's a new place. Neither of us have ever been before. And I was convinced it was going to be this new place I saw on the Dallas Tollway called Gibson's, because on the sign, it has a big martini glass. And I figured that's where he's taking me. He's driven by this place and he's seen the sign, and I'm not going to keep guessing because I don't want to spoil a surprise. So I'm not going to keep guessing. So that night, was it Saturday night?
Yeah.
Saturday night, we had a 6 p.m. reservation. That is prime time for Kelly Raspberry Evans and Alan Evans to go out to dinner. That way we could be home 8:30, putting on our stretchy pants and getting ready for bed. Perfect. So we're going south on the tollway. I'm like, we're going to go to Gibson's. I bet it. And then we just passed by that restaurant. I was like, well, darn it. That's where I thought you were taking me. He's like, no, but anyway, he was kind of a little bit dropping hints. We get off on the road, and as we're approaching, I figured it out. It's the old Lowry Steakhouse on the tollway. If you're in the Dallas area, it's on the service road about, what would you say, Spring Valley Tollway?
Close to the Galleria.
If
you know where that is.
So, but it's been converted into this upscale Italian restaurant. Now, last year when Alan took me he surprised me with another date. Apparently, he likes to surprise me about once a year. But he took me to the Star Wars Symphony. The Dallas Symphony did a Star Wars musical presentation. And he took me to dinner that night right across the street at this restaurant called Stella, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stella?
Yeah, Italian.
And it was an Italian restaurant. Yeah. So this is the sister restaurant of Stella, but a different concept. It's almost like it throws you back into the 20s and 30s, kind of the speakeasy vibe, kind of a gangsta vibe.
Art
Deco vibe. And you walk in, and to the left is a big dining room. Straight ahead of you is a beautiful bar. And to the right is a lounge area. And they have a lot of tables where you can sit down and have dinner. And then on the stage is live music.
Yeah. and think Goodfellas, like the little
Yeah.
round tables with the white tablecloths on them.
Right.
Yeah.
And all the waitresses, I saw a couple of runners that were men, but all the wait staff seemed to be ladies, unless I missed something. Dressed so cute, so chic, so Italian, just so cute. And anyway, at 6 o'clock at night, they had a gentleman up on the stage, and he was a one-man show. He had like the keys, but he also had a machine where he could, play background vocals and mix stuff. And he was singing Hall and Oates, Prince, Hootie and the Blowfish. But it was great, putting his little spin on
Earth,
it.
Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. He had a saxophone. He'd get up and, play the sax.
A lot
It
of
was
yacht
great.
rock.
Yacht rock.
And
That's the perfect place to put it.
Into yacht rock.
Love yacht rock. That's our jam. But they also have like a drum kit and everything set up on the stage. So I think at a certain point in the night, he steps aside and I think it becomes jazz. We were out of there before that happened. What we found out is you've got a 2-hour limit to sit at that dinner table because they are turning the tables. Now, what if you're not ready to leave after 2 hours? That's okay. You can stay, but you have to give up your table. They have a couple of little two tops up front next to the stage where you can go there and linger and have a cocktail and listen to the music, or you can move back to the bar area. Okay, so that's the whole vibe of this place. Now, Boss Man George had gone and he said they looked online and according to all the reviews, you are not getting out of there for under $100 per person.
Amen.
And they are not lying.
They weren't lying.
Now you could go in there. We could have, now that we know what we're doing, we would do it different the next time. But of course, when you go to Italian restaurants, and it was a lovely surprise, by the way, honey. It was a very lovely surprise. Everybody I've talked to, they're so excited. They all want to go. They want to go back with us. That's fine. But we will do it different the next time. Our lovely waitress asked for Noelle. She was wonderful.
She was great.
She was great. So personable. Well, just ask for Noelle. She ain't giving us kickback. Yeah. We loved her. She said, the way you do with Italian dining is you do courses. You start with the salad course, then you do like an appetizer, entree, and it's not even an entree. It's like you do a pre-entree and an entree. I forget, they have the names for them. She was really pushing the lasagna because Nonna had been in the back in the restaurant all day cooking that lasagna.
Yes.
So
we got the lasagna.
We fell for it. Yep. We split a salad. We ordered the lasagna.
But worth it.
Very good. Oh. And then we each ordered an entree. See, now going back next time, I'm not doing that. I'm ordering the lasagna and I'm done. I don't need the salad, lasagna, and an entree, right? We don't. It was a lot
of food.
You don't need to do all that. But when you're going for the first time and you're trying to experience the whole thing, we did the whole thing.
And I had a steak, and Kelly had fish.
And we each had a cocktail.
We had bread. I had multiple cocktails.
You had one, I thought. I had two.
No, I had two.
You had two?
I had two.
Okay, so I had.
That's why it was $9 million.
I had my slightly dirty martini at the beginning of the night. And then at the end of the night, when it's supposed to be the dessert course, I said, I'll have a dessert martini. And I had a creamy pistachio martini that was so good.
It's because you're so creamy.
Yeah, I like creamy things.
You're very creamy.
So that's what we did. Was it a little expensive? Yes. This is a special occasion restaurant, in my opinion. Some people might be able to ball like that all the time. I don't think we're ballers like that all the time.
So if I can back up just a hair.
But I did good, right? With the description.
Yeah, that was perfect, man. That was great. And the place is called La Stella's Italian Steakhouse. I don't know if we ever mentioned the name. The other place
I said it's a sister to Stella, but it's La Stella Italian Steakhouse.
This one's a steakhouse. The other one is an Italian restaurant. Right. It's a fine dining Italian restaurant.
This is a fine dining Italian steakhouse.
Right. Right. They're a little bit different.
A little bit.
But anyway, so let me try to segue into this clapback. Okay. And I have an undeserved, unfounded reputation on this podcast, on my podcast.
I don't even know what you're going to say, honey.
For giving Kelly a hard time for, and I see the text messages. I see the DMs. I see the emails. Y'all need to be nicer to Kelly. You need to be nicer to Kelly, Alan. Been listening to her since 1842. You know what? Can't believe she married you in the first place. You dummy.
How many times do I hear that?
You need to be nicer to... You be nice.
Yeah, that's about how
But if you knew how Kelly speaks to me in this house and on dates, you would be horrified. You would be mortified. And that leads us into this dinner that Kelly is talking about. Now, let me back up a little bit. For about a week, I planned this. I went to multiple restaurants that I thought Kelly would like. It was only a week out, so I was having a hard time getting reservations. I was using OpenTable. I was online. I was making phone calls. I was like, I want to do a really nice date with Kelly just to do it.
I was like, why?
Just to celebrate life.
Just life. Okay.
And just have fun with my wife.
I'm fun. Tell everybody I'm fun.
So,
Alan,
you're fun. So, so I'm on OpenTable. I'm on all these things, and I can't get a reservation anywhere. So I'm finally like, crap.
not at 6:00.
Yeah, I'm finally like, crap. I really want to go to this La Stella Steakhouse, but they had like a 4:00 and like a 9. I'm like, okay, we're not 70, so I'm not eating.
We're close.
We're getting there, but I'm not eating at 4. And you and I would be asleep at 9. Okay, we'd have our face down in our lasagna.
Those days are over
at 10 o'clock. So they had this little feature on OpenTable where I could say, well, notify me when something becomes available.
I've never seen that feature, but I'm glad to know it's there.
I did that, and then I don't know, that same day, bloop bloop, notification. La Stella has a reservation for you for 2 in the lounge, which I requested.
Exactly where you wanted.
I requested at 6 p.m. I immediately clicked accept. Now, they had a policy where they needed $50. They're like, you put down $50 and make sure you're going to show up. If you don't show up, we're going to charge you the $50. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm good. We're going to do this. We're going to do this.
Do they apply that to the bill, or it just goes away when you show up?
No, it just went away.
Okay.
It just went away. They would have charged us if we were no-show, though.
Yeah.
So anyway, told Kelly that we were doing something fun, like she mentioned. We had to get cleaned up, put on nice clothes.
I had to take showers.
I got the car all done.
I shaved my legs.
Got the car nice and clean, and put in a lot of effort into this to make sure my wife was going to have a good time at this restaurant.
And I did.
And you did. So then remember everything that Kelly just said about us walking in the beautiful restaurant and sitting in the lounge together and sitting and having cocktails and laughing and smiling and eating our wonderful lasagna and steak and fish and the live entertainment and everything that A-Train had planned. It had come to
fruition.
Going
off without a hitch.
Went off without a hitch. We had a wonderful
until the bill came.
yeah, good call. We had a wonderful time. So then we're sitting there, just kind of finishing up after dinner, listening to the live entertainment. And like Kelly said, we only had 2 hours, so we had to get up and leave pretty soon. This was getting to be about 8 o'clock. And the live entertainment is singing Prince. You don't have to be beautiful to be my girl. You don't have to be.
What are you doing? He wants me to jump in. How do you jump in with that? There's nobody. Prince himself could have not jumped in. So, where do you jump in with that?
So the guy is singing Prince. He's singing Kiss, okay?
You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to be my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss. Okay. Now I'm a good sport all of a sudden.
So he rolls through that song.
Right.
He rolled through Kiss.
Right. I have no idea what I said.
So Kelly, after all this planning and this wonderful dinner and this entire night where we're just having this wonderful time, Kelly looks over at me and she says, do you remember when you took me to Lubbock the first time? And I said, yeah, babe.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah. And she said, yeah, we listened to you. You made a Prince playlist, and we listened to the Prince playlist the entire
drive.
way. Yeah, the entire way.
5 hours.
And I just kind of looked into her eyes, and I said, yeah, that was a lot of fun. She looks at me and says, yeah, you used to put real effort into this.
I did not say that. I did not say that. If I said it, I obviously was
You
joking.
100%
And then
said
I
it
was joking.
because I immediately went to the notes app. You used to put in real effort
into our
babe.
relationship. Yeah, I probably was just joking because that was probably being sarcastic since you've done all the effort to make that reservation for us. See?
I'm just reporting the facts.
Babe, obviously I was being sarcastic. I was like sitting here like, what did I say?
Well,
that's not even a legit.
I have it right here.
That's not legit. That does not count.
You used to put in real effort,
I was
babe.
obviously being sarcastic.
Okay, there it is. We'll let the listener decide. But there you go. There's Kelly Claps back. It's been a
At
while.
the end
It's
of
been
our
a while.
date,
It's been a
when
while.
that huge bill comes,
Well, we say-
and I say
we
you
say
used to put
huge.
in real effort, that was obviously a joke and not a clapback.
You say huge. Wow. That was a long story, but we
It was a long story for very little payoff,
No,
in
there
my
was
opinion.
big payoff. Big payoff. And here's how we're going to bring it home for Jerome. Unless you have anything, you got anything else?
I always have stuff, but I can always save it.
Okay. Well, you can do either. Do you want me to bring it home for Jerome?
Well, it
or-
depends on what you're going to say. I don't even know.
This was the family text thing.
Oh, yeah. The Boda match.
Yeah, and I know, okay, this happens to me every once in a while, and I'm usually just happy-go-lucky AE minding my own business when this happens. The couple that come to mind were, if you go back and listen years ago, the coffee tea incident with the barista.
Yeah.
He was going to tell me that what I was drinking was coffee.
And you knew good and well it was tea.
Well, I tasted it. It was tea.
Tea.
And he said, no, that's coffee. I said, no, this is tea. And then we got into that, and then
and he wouldn't drink after you. So how could he tell?
and then he snatched the cup away and said, well, I'll just remake it. And I'm like, yeah, please do. Something like that. Remember that?
Yeah, please show me.
And then when I was at Homie D's and the guy told me I couldn't grow grass under the magnolia tree. And
Wasn't he right about that though?
Well, he ended up being right about it.
Yeah.
But at the time I told him that he was wrong about it.
And yet he wasn't.
Yeah. So when I say Boda, if you're a new listener, Boda is Battle of the Assholes. Typically happens when I'm minding my own business and then I'm confronted, and then I try to sometimes smooth out the situation, but then when they keep pecking at me, then I become the asshole.
You try to win at that point.
Right. And then there's a battle. Remember that game you played?
Rock'em Sock'em
The
Robots.
Rock'em Sock'em? There's asshole red and asshole blue, and they're
Yes.
just doing this.
Until somebody's head pops off.
Right.
Right.
So let me try to set the scene here. Walking my two little fluffy dogs, Larry and Zoe and Larry.
Both small dogs, very cute.
Larry came up
I
and
know.
wanted to walk. I was like, wow.
Very unusual.
Very
for
unusual. I'm
that,
like, let's go, dog. We're going to do this. Throw the leash on Larry. Throw the leash on Zoe.
Got your poop bags.
Got my poop bags. Got my fanny pack. Got my big cushy on cloud shoes on. Got my hat on. And we are just matriculating down the neighborhood. Just making good time. Just walking. Every once in a while, let them sniff. Take a leak. Take a poop. Walk. Pick up the poop. Walk. Okay. I'm in my own neighborhood. In the suburbs.
This is key to the story.
Yes. I'm not in New York City. I'm not in Chicago.
You're in a neighborhood that has sidewalks.
Good call. I'm not in LA.
Mm-mm.
I'm not in any big metro
Yeah.
area.
You're in the suburbs in a neighborhood with an HOA and sidewalks.
I'm in Plano, Texas, USA, God's country, walking my two fluffy dogs with a fanny pack on.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm walking and I'm about to cross a street, and I cross the street. Okay. Now I'm crossing it like diagonally. I'm not crossing it like straight. I'm crossing it kind of like diagonally because I'm kind of cutting. I'm walking on sidewalks, walking in the street,
Is
cutting
that
streets.
Good pedestrian etiquette.
I don't know. I'm just saying I'm in a residential area where pedestrians have the right of way, right?
True.
Okay.
But I think there is an onus on the pedestrian to
Well-
show proper pedestrian etiquette.
Well, the anus is actually on a driver. The pedestrian always has the right of
Right.
way.
But that doesn't mean you get to be a jerk, even though you have the right to be.
Now, I'm crossing this street diagonally with my two little fluffy dogs, okay? My sister sends me a text. I look down at my phone and and I have my earpods in. So I'm texting.
In that moment, as you're crossing,
Yeah.
you're crossing diagonally,
Yeah.
texting,
Yeah.
and not watching where you're going.
Well, so I hear a
Oh,
and I'm like, it scared
right.
that out of me. I'm like,
Right.
I turned around and there is a Lexus.
I love Lexus.
Yeah, nice car. It was maybe 3 feet from me.
Whoa, that's a close call.
So when someone's that close, right behind you, and you look, and I looked at the driver, we are staring each other down, eye to eye. And at first, I'm like, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, my first reaction was, oh, I'm sorry, I'm in the way. But then she gave me now, she was probably 97 years old.
Let's be more realistic. How old do you think she really was?
95.
Okay.
So
So you're saying she was too old to be driving in the first place?
she's looking at me with bloodshot red eyes, veins in her neck, a vein in her forehead.
Wow, you were close enough to see all
I was
that.
close enough to see that, looking at me like, what in the hell are you doing in
Yeah.
the road right now?
What were you doing? Not paying attention.
I was trying to cross.
not paying attention.
So when I saw her like looking at me really mean and then kind of shook her head, then Boda came out.
Oh, okay. You got defensive.
Well, I got out of the way and I'm like, sorry, like did one of those, like raise my hands, like, like, sorry.
I'm sure it was very friendly. Sorry.
Yeah. And then she's like muttering under her breath and then she goes, and then speeds around me.
She floored it.
Yes.
That's not nice. That's not nice.
Now, as she's driving away, I didn't gesture. I didn't do anything lewd. I didn't do anything boorish because
What
this
did you do?
This is probably somebody's Mimi. This could be somebody's great Gigi.
Or she could be an old spinster that's never married or procreated.
Probably that. But anyway, I might have under my breath muttered, whatever, you old bag.
A bag. Okay. Under your breath.
And then I didn't feel good about that.
Right.
I thought, you know what? I just went down to her level.
The old bag level.
So, listener, who is in
The moral of the story is that was the whole story?
That's the whole story.
She didn't gesture at you.
She might have.
She didn't flip you off. Anything?
She might have. Babe, she was like 98 years old.
You probably scared the crap out of her when you were in the road and she almost hit you.
Well, see, I'm going back and forth with my family because I immediately text everybody on the
Of
family
course,
text.
the big family text blow
Right,
up.
right.
I'm on the radio
Yeah.
and suddenly my phone's blowing up and I'm just having to ignore it all. I've learned my lesson about leaving the family group text because then I can't get back in. So I just have to let it play out without commentary.
So I said to my family, I'm like, you know what? She probably saw a really big, dark, tattooed man
With miniature dogs?
with two little fluffy dogs. And she thought, I don't know what this whole scene is, but why is it in my way? Why is this in my way? And he needs to move. I was just minding my own business.
Well, I think tempers, it was a very touchy situation and tempers flared. You know, I almost ran over somebody last night, but you know what happened? Nothing. I just waved and went, I'm sorry. And they were like, no problem. And they just went on their way. That's
So-
how it can happen, people, in a kinder, gentler world.
So our live studio audience is always very, very helpful.
Are they usually on your side or everybody else's?
I wouldn't say they're usually on my side. They've actually passed a note to one of our producers, and they passed that note to me. In Texas suburban neighborhoods, walkers generally have the right of way in marked and unmarked crosswalks at intersections
What if you're not? What if you're cutting catty corner diagonal? Can you create your own passageway?
And when crossing driveways or alleys, this is a gray area. Drivers are required to stop for pedestrians, but pedestrians must also exercise caution and not cross blindly.
Etiquette. It's etiquette. And as Alan admitted, which I don't think he included in the group text, but for some reason decided to share it with our podcast family, he was looking down on his phone, texting while walking. And that is very dangerous, Alan. People have had tragic consequences doing that.
That's true. Seriously, that is true. That is true. Because and I might be embellishing this whole story just a little bit. But that's kind of what happened. She didn't like that I was in her way. I got honked.
And you don't like that.
I made a gesture sorry.
Yeah,
and then
we get defensive.
And then she went around me.
Cool.
That all happened.
But you know what? The good thing is nobody got hurt other than some feelings. Right?
Yeah, but like you're saying, as a pedestrian, you do public service announcement, because I see this stat a lot because I get a lot of motorcycle stuff in my my feed. But a lot of people, and we know this, riding a motorcycle is a risky proposition. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's more dangerous than driving a car. 5,000 people are killed in motorcycle accidents every year. But did you know 7,000 pedestrians are killed every year?
Wow.
More pedestrians are killed in accidents than are motorcycle riders every year.
Well, I think a lot of pedestrians take for granted, I have the right of way, they have to stop. Well, you're also assuming the person behind the wheel isn't texting or isn't, looking, they drop something and they're looking for it. You're assuming the person driving is paying attention. So just because legally you have the right of way, you still have to stop and let the bozos go sometime. I was looking to my left, waiting for somebody to pass. And once that person passed, I started to pull out. I didn't see these other people walking to my right. And I immediately slammed on brakes. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And they were like, don't worry about it. But it could have been, I saw a video the other day of this woman that happened. The people were trying to turn right in the traffic and they were looking to their left. And did you see the video? And this woman was coming up on the sidewalk. So the person was pulling out, watching traffic, but didn't check one more time to see if anybody was coming. And that woman started wailing on the car, like kicking it and beating it and screaming and blocking the person and wouldn't let them out because they were so angry they were almost hit. So, I mean, who's in the right there? I mean, people make mistakes. Thankfully, there wasn't a tragic consequence.
Well, I don't know how I don't know how fast she was going.
Because she was just there honking.
She was just
out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, she was right next to me honking. And I was like, oh gosh, I didn't even know you were there.
Also, you're wearing earbuds.
I had my earbuds in.
So when I was training for a 5K many years ago, the number one rule is they would not let us wear earbuds because you cannot hear people coming up behind you.
Right.
You can't hear approaching cars. You can't. So we had, people are like, I can't run without music. I did. You can. You don't want to. But that way you can hear the ambient noise around you and you can hear a car approaching and you can, take the necessary measures to move out of the way.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, is wearing your headphones while walking.
Yeah. Lots of lessons learned there.
Lots of lessons. Thank God you're here to share the story and tell the tale.
Lots of lessons learned. But, right up here, babe, at the corner of just Parkwood and Legacy, not a month ago, there was a car wreck, but there were just people standing at the corner and they got killed.
Because the ricocheted on them?
Yeah, ricocheted. The cars ricocheted and hit them. And they were just
standing. I didn't know that.
Yeah, just right here. They were
I didn't know that.
They were just standing there.
That's awful.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Being a pedestrian is, in a lot of cases, you got to watch what you're doing. Shame on me for kind of not watching what I was doing.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, if I'm crossing a street, I probably shouldn't have my head down and my earbuds in, right? I should be looking around like I'm crossing a street here.
Yeah.
But I was walking the dogs. My sister texted me. I just looked down and I'm crossing the street, texting her back.
That fast.
And then the next thing I know, there's somebody honking at me. I'm like, oh, sorry. But then when I saw she was really angry, yeah, I was like, This happens in our family a lot.
What? Which part?
My dad, he tells this story, and it just every time he tells it, and I can't tell it like he will. It won't translate, but
Are you going to tell it anyway?
can maybe I
You can tell it, but again, like you said, it might not translate.
so maybe this is a family thing, but this goes back to the 80s. Do you remember a character in the 80s and he was called Rude Dog? I think remember Ocean Pacific, OP?
Yeah.
I think didn't OP and Rude Dog have like a collaboration or
I
something?
don't know.
And
I
it-
looked up the Rude Dog, so I know what you're talking about.
in the 80s, there was this character called Rude Dog, and he was a white dog and he had like a triangle head, and it was like, I think it was kind of like beachwear or something. Anyway, back in the 80s, my dad, he had a Rude Dog t-shirt. And it said something like "Stay rude" or something like that. That was their bit, right? The Rude Dog. It was like a cartoon dog with a triangle head. So my dad tells this story. One time he had a truck and he pulls up to the gas pump to fill up his truck. And he gets out of the truck and he unscrews the gas cap, grabs the gas pump, and starts to fill up his truck. And he said, at which point, from behind the pump, he describes this as a very old lady,
Maybe 92 to 95.
right, that just appeared from behind the pump. And my dad said she was red, like he described veins, bloodshot eyes, red.
Do you think it's the same woman that almost ran over you?
This was back in the 80s, so I don't think so. And he said she leans over, looks at my dad and says, "You're so rude. You're just the rudest thing." And then she just got in her car and left. And he says he thought that she thought he snatched the pump away from her.
Mm-hmm.
But
he never even saw her.
He never even saw her. He just grabbed the pump and started filling his truck up. But coincidentally, he had his Rude Dog t-shirt on.
What are the odds? What are the odds?
I love that story.
Again, his dad might tell it better.
My dad tells it way better, listener, because I'm doing this third party. But every time my dad tells that stupid story, I just wail because it's so stupid. Like he's sitting there in his
Rude Dog shirt.
Rude Dog t-shirt. Oh my goodness.
Oh goodness.
Well, there you go, man.
On that note.
All right, you're so rude. You're just the rudest thing.
Well, thank y'all for being here for this podcast today. Started with Brittany DUI, ended with Alan almost being killed in a pedestrian accident. You never know where the podcast is going to go, twist or turn.
What if she thought I was rude?
Probably
She was speeding around me. She's like, "Oh, that guy's rude."
Would it be something if those two old ladies were related? Who knows? Anyway, as Alan said earlier in the podcast, we still have some Get It Babe and a Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast logo hats available. If you go to kellyandallen.com/shop, you can buy those. They're $25 each. And, we're not making any money on them. We're just trying to clear them out. You can also go to, what's the email address?
Podcast@kellyandallen.com.
Podcast@kellyandallen.com. If you're interested in doing any shopping in Bad Influence Jeff's closet, Alan can get y'all connected that way. And if you have any questions, anything you want to address with us, anything you want us to answer, I know in our chat room, if you ever want to watch us record the podcast live, we do it on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel, add a sandwich and some lovin', and you'll get notified when we record live. Typically, we record on Wednesday nights. We happen to be recording in the middle of the day on a Thursday. That's the way it works out sometimes. You'll get notified and you can join us in the live chat. But I had somebody that said they have like a relationship question they want to ask Alan. So we get all sorts of, whatever you want to ask, comment on, go to podcast@kellyandallen.com. And then follow us on social media. I'm at Kelly Raspberry on Instagram, at Kelly Raspberry Evans on Facebook.
Mostly do a lot of my social media on @thealonzo1971.
Mm-hmm.
That's my real account.
And we also have Add a Sandwich and Some Lovin' on Instagram.
Oh yeah, Wacky does a great job with the @a sandwich and some love on Instagram.
Yeah, so follow us there. We'd appreciate that. And if you follow us on the podcast, like and subscribe, give us that 5-star rating, whatever people are supposed to say when they wrap up their podcast. We really appreciate it.
All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, I'm gonna save everything else for the next one, honey.
Okay, man, I'm wore out after that. I just relived a clapback, a Boda match. Whew, I'm tired.
Not as tired as I am. I guarantee you that.
Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
I love y'all.
I love La Stella Italian Steakhouse desperately.
Hashtag not an ad. Trust me.
Hashtag
We
not.
paid for that.
Oh, we're still paying for that.
Phew.
And I love our listeners desperately. I think I already said that, but I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. Okay. There you go, guys. There you go.
What are we going to call this podcast?
We had a couple of ideas here. Let's see. A sandwich.
Thank you for always participating because I struggle with that a lot.
I'm not a good a sandwich and some Mad Granny driving. A sandwich and some. A sandwich and some. A sandwich and some Leadfoot. A sandwich and some Leadfoot Mimi. A sandwich and some Leadfoot Gigi.
Are you just coming up with these, or are you
Yeah,
consulting with the audience?
I'm just spitballing. See you, Julie's overalls.
Bye.
A sandwich and some La Stella date night. I'm not very good at these. A sandwich and some. Well, it was a lot about our date night and clapback. So sandwich and some. Sandwich and some Leadfoot grandma. Yeah, Shelly. Shelly, I might have your number because I had everybody's number for that first podcast. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm just doing something real quick. Yeah, Shelly, I got your number. Has your number changed? Ends in 26. Would that be your number? If so, I can just share your contact or share Jeff's contact. He's got all kinds of great stuff. I'm telling you. I mean, I know I went on and on about it, but I couldn't believe the amount of stuff. Okay. I couldn't believe the amount of stuff he had. It's crazy. I'm not even doing it justice by talking about how much it is. I mean, it's like he had his own. I told him, I'm like, dude, you've got your own like pop-up shop. He had his own Nordstrom pop-up shop, is what it was. Okay, I'll share it to you. All right, peeps.
Well, all right, what did we decide for the title?
I don't think we did decide.
Rude dog.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Jeff will like hearing from you guys because he knows you. So, a sandwich. There you go, man. A sandwich and some rude dog. Oh, this is so stupid. You're so rude. You're just the rudest thing. Yeah, it's crazy. You guys, I'm telling you, you'll get some good deals. And he won't mind if you come over. And he said, I'm fine with people coming over and I can show them the stuff, or you can take pictures of it. Or I know he'd rather sell it to somebody he knows than just, you know, kind of random people on Facebook Marketplace. But
plus, he can get killed.
Well, at least if you come from the podcast or whatever, he knows. y'all are friends of ours. So anyway, all right, guys, I'll send you Sheila. I'll send you all those numbers or his number, and anybody else, let me know. Send me an email if you want Jeff's number on that. Let's close. We talk